Powers to spy on everyone's bank accounts under the premise of dealing with welfare fraud are being rushed through Parliament.
And we're giving the government the power to look into our bank accounts.
This has big implications, I think, in terms of the reach of the state into people's lives.
There's already a mechanism available.
Machine learning risks bias towards certain vulnerable groups.
Wasn't this what they were saying about these intrusive plans just last year? We defeated these powers once, but now Labour is bringing them back and making them even more extreme.
Thank you for being on the programme. It's good to have you here.
Pleasure,
you
as
are
always.
making an announcement on welfare. What is it you're trying to do?
Under these powers, spying on your bank account will happen without any suspicion or wrongdoing. Seizure of money from your bank account can happen without a trial or court hearing. Driving licenses can be revoked. This affects us all, with the elderly, disabled, and people on the poverty line at serious risk. Since the powers were announced, the Big Brother Watch team has been working non-stop, writing briefings, engaging with politicians, and speaking to the press to fight back against this attack on our privacy. Thanks to all of you who signed our petition, wrote to your MP, or donated to our campaign in recent weeks. The response has been massive, and together we're sending a message that cannot be ignored. Hi there, thank you very much. We're from Big Brother Watch. This is a petition signed by over 200,000 people calling on the government to stop spying on bank accounts. We just handed in a petition signed by over 220,000 people calling on the government to halt its plans to spy on bank accounts. This is currently envisioned in the Public Authorities Bill that makes its way into Parliament this week. And we gathered with representatives from other groups that will be affected outside Parliament on Monday to send a clear message.
I'm Charlie and I'm a carer. And I'm volunteering with Big Brother Watch on the Stop Bank Spying campaign because, as a carer, these powers that are being introduced by a Labour government that is supposed to be out there to protect vulnerable people is in fact betraying them and is spying on them, treating them as criminals.
Heating and water bills are just going up now, and it's really becoming unaffordable. And instead of helping us, the government is announcing a crackdown on disability benefits, bank snooping, where the computer's going to decide if you're a benefit fraud. And we've seen with the carers prosecuted for the extra earnings how brutal the DWP can be on people who are just trying to manage difficult financial situation.
So we're a network of groups and individuals with lived experience of mental ill health, distress and trauma. But for people who experience trauma related to surveillance and being watched, obviously these powers are really concerning. And also more broadly within the context of the rhetoric that's been coming out of this government about work, it's just very concerning and dystopian that this is being reinforced with this kind of algorithmic surveillance or the threat of algorithmic surveillance.
This was all ahead of the first debate on the new bank spying bill, which went ahead on Monday evening. Let's have a quick listen to what they had to say.
And this bill would potentially result in the mass surveillance of private financial information, potentially affecting 9.4 million citizens. The presumption of innocence is a cornerstone of our justice system, yet the bill would fundamentally alter that principle.
I've had so much correspondence on this from people in my constituency of Brighton Pavilion who are very concerned about the sweeping powers of this bill to invade their privacy and treat them as suspects, not citizens. I'm talking about pensioners who need pension credit.
The fact of the matter is that whilst one understands the aspirations of this bill, it is far too much of a Big Brother bill, it is far too much of a Snoopers Charter, and I would suggest to the Minister that they withdraw this bill.
The Horizon scandal is a very recent reminder of how computer systems don't always get it right.
And more than 200,000 people were wrongly accused and investigated for housing benefit fraud and error last June. In this, Madam Deputy Speaker, an AI algorithm, such as just has been mentioned that we should be using more of, incorrectly identified people that were potentially behaving fraudulently, and they were investigated.
We've delivered your petition, raised our voices, and held the government to account. But we need your continued support to keep the pressure up. If you want to join our fight, show your support by hitting the super like button at the bottom of this video. Any amount, big or small, makes a huge difference. We are urgently raising funds to build the biggest fight back possible. Every donation helps us ensure these invasive powers are stopped before they become law. And if you enjoyed this video, please remember to hit the like button and subscribe for more. Thank you for taking action.